Alright, now it's time for the peppers, which is really going to turn it into a salsa as opposed to a spaghetti sauce. First, we're going to add green bell pepper, which is the least heat. It's actually pretty sweet. Then a red bell pepper, which has a little bit of heat, but not much. The lilac bell pepper is actually just a green pepper, but it was hybrid and made into purple, and I particularly like purple, so I like to grow those. Next is the Hungarian wax, which is the next step up in heat. Then we have Anaheim's, which is yet even a little bit hotter. And then in this case, we're only going to go up to a jalapeno, and that's just going to be for a tiny, tiny bit in the mild, and then probably a whole one and maybe a little bit more into the medium. If we were going into hot and extra hot, there'd be a lot of what our habanero is, the hottest pepper that is available. Now the peppers we actually do want pretty small. We don't want people to have to swallow whole peppers. It's not so important with the bell peppers because again they're sweet and not very hot, but once we get going to the more spicy and heat index, we want them really, really small. See how it's still green on the inside? It really is a green pepper. They just, like I said, made it look pretty on the outside. Here's the Hungarian wax. And I can't stress enough how important it is to wash all your vegetables. You know, whether you buy them at the market or the farmer's market, you don't know if it's had pesticide on there or if they've cleaned it for you, so be very sure. Thankfully, mine come from my garden. I know that I use no pesticides, but you still want to clean it for dirt and bugs and things of that nature. Now we're getting into some heat. Not a lot, because again, we're only doing mild and medium, but the heat is actually in the seed itself. So in the mild, we don't want to put any of the seeds in at all. And in the medium, we can put a little bit of the seeds. We don't have to be as careful when we're cutting this or the jalapeno. See all these seeds in here? We don't want those. Not for this batch. And now this is as hot as we're going to get. It was with a jalapeno. And again, be careful with the seeds. You can actually split it open and just start removing the seeds. This is where these rubber gloves come in really handy. Right now your hands would probably be stinging pretty bad. Not to mention that we have to do a few more peppers before we're done. We're going to dice these up pretty small.